Hey, good afternoon. My name's Chris Gunn. Once again, this is my channel, Chris Gunn's Bourbon Barrel Creations. So today's Sunday, and it's the day after the monthly Alabama ABC drop. So I've talked about this before, but here in the state of Alabama, the liquor stores is more of a hybrid system, but for the most part, most of the liquor stores over here are ABC stores, and those are state-controlled liquor stores. Now, you have a smaller percentage of stores that'll be privately owned, but for the most part, they're all ABC stores. And there's some pros and cons to this. The pro is they set the price, and normally it's right around MSRP, if not MSRP. Now, the downside of this is it's a lot harder to get your hands on some of this stuff. And the way they control the kind of the allocated bourbons is they do a monthly drop, and generally, around the second week, they put out a list of what they're going to have the fourth Saturday of the month. And it's kind of up to you during the monthly ones. It's kind of up to you. How bad do you want it, and how soon do you want to get there? Now, they do quarterly drops where you can get online and you can put your name in the hat. And if selected, they'll tell you which store to go to and what number you are. And it's generally, I want to say, like 50 people. And then the people who don't get pulled, once again, is how bad do you want it? How quickly do you want to get there? And then the big one in December is the annual drop, and that's the big boy. That's the one everybody prays they get a called number on. And if not, I know I have friends who have set up there for 2 to 3 days to get the really good allocated bottles like the B-Tac. For me, though, this is, once you get in the store and you get the bottles, it's kind of anticlimactic at that point, because you just go in there and you buy what you want and you go home. But for me, the real fun's getting out there generally the night before. And I have a friend, Dan, who he comes in for these things, and I haven't seen him for about a month most times, and it's just good to catch up with him and some other people that I know. We just generally kind of mosey in when we feel like it. We just relax, have some pours, and then when we get tired, we just usually crawl in the back seat of our vehicles, and we catch 3 or 4 hours of sleep, get up, have a cup of coffee, and then when it's time to get in the store, we line up based on when we got there, and it's usually a gentleman's agreement. We put our name on a list, and for the most part, I've never seen anybody that just had heartburn with this. I have seen on Bruzel's video an incident last December where one person had some heartburn with this. But, generally, if you just get up and leave for an hour to go get some coffee or something to eat or put some gas in your vehicle, nobody really says too much. But more than an hour, everybody gets a little, you kind of break the gentleman's agreement there. And putting your name on a list on a Thursday night, not coming back until Saturday morning, that's a no-no. But anyway, so this month, they had a bottle that I was really after. So I knew, when you get there, they generally put the list in the window, and they tell you how many of each bottle they have. I was fairly certain this was going to be probably one of the first ones to come off the table, so I got there pretty early. And so the bottle that I believe most of us were after for this month was this one right here. This is the 1792 Cognac finish. Yeah, I had heard very, very good things about this bottle. I know SLB Drinks has done a review on it, and they said it was good. This is a sub $50 bottle, and I'm hearing through the grapevine this thing's going for $300 or $400 on the secondary market. I couldn't imagine paying that much for this bottle. 1792 is pretty good. I've got some single barrels. I got some full, some cask strengths, and or I'm sorry, they call them full proofs. I got a couple of 12-year-olds over there, and some sweet wheat. But the last time I believe 1792 did any kind of finish. They did a port finish. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty glad to have got that. Now, the way it works for the monthly draws, they let you get 2 bottles. And so my second choice was, Blanton's Gold. Now, the cool thing about this is an ABC store pick. It's got a sticker on the neck, or a tag on the neck that says it's a store pick. I'm like everybody else. I started kind of my bourbon journey, and it was like I had to get my hands on a Blanton's. And the crazy thing is, like, Blanton's is almost everywhere now, and for the most part, I mean, you can get it at MSRP if you have enough patience. But the crazy thing was, I had Blanton's Gold. I had tried it. Some friends of mine had shared it with me, and I mean, I thought it was good, but I had just never been able to land one myself because I refused to pay over MSRP. And so last month I traded my friend Dan, Rock Hill Farms, for a Blanton's Gold, and then walked in the store the very next morning, and lo and behold, they had one. So I grabbed that one, and now I bought this one. So now I've got 3 of them. Now, the other cool thing about the monthly drops is they'll always have these little mini Blantons. I think I talked about this in a previous video, but you can get 2 of these, and they're just neat. I mean, they're just little travel sized Blantons, and then they got the wax on them and the horse topper. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just something neat. Okay. So the other things that the ABC store did this month was they put out a list of additional allocation bottles. And these were ones that they would just, as soon as they got to the store, they put them on the shelf. I mean, this is no surprise to anybody that knows me. I have a deep-seated love of Blanton's, or I'm sorry, Bardstown Bourbon. I got to switch gears here. I'm not talking about Blanton's anymore. But Bardstown, I'm just a massively big fan of them. Now, up until a couple years ago, they didn't do store picks, and then when they started doing them, I saw them hitting Kentucky, but I wasn't up in Kentucky at the time, so I couldn't get my hands on one. But I believe the first first barrel pick or store pick I got was Sean brought me one back from the Kentucky Bourbon Festival last year, and I was just thrilled to get that one. Now, as far as Alabama ABC stores, I think, I had one friend who said he didn't think they really picked them. He just thought they just got something and they said it was a store pick, but I don't believe that. And the reason I don't believe that is because I've talked to another person who's talked to an individual who works for the Alabama ABC system, and he said that yes, indeed, yes, in fact, they do have a team that does these picks, that they sample and they find what they want. I'm kind of once again, I can't confirm it, but I would veer to the side of I think somebody is doing the tastings to select these, because for the most part, I enjoy. I mean, I've got a Russell's pick from there, and so I really liked it, and yeah, I think this one will be pretty good too. Now, they also had a rye pick, but I didn't pick that one up. I've got a seal box pick, and then I've also got the bottle shop here in Columbus, Georgia. They did a pick of a Bardstown rye, so I'm kind of pretty good on the ryes right now. So I just didn't feel like I needed to get that rye, especially after I had already bought the 1792 and the Blanton's Gold. So that's what I got at the Alabama ABC allocation for the month of July. Now, one other thing that I picked up on Friday, but I didn't get it from the Alabama store, was this, the Old Fitz Bottled in Bond 7-year. And this one, I actually got this one with the bag. I just didn't, it's sitting over there. Yeah, and I picked this one up at a store here in Columbus. So I was pretty thrilled to get this one, especially since I got it at MSRP. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to opening this one and try it, because I've heard really good things about it. So the last thing I'll talk about is, I ran into an individual up at the Bourbon Drop he has his own business. He builds stuff out of barrels, and I had seen his stuff on Facebook, and I was amazed at some of his stuff. I mean, it's a whole new level, whole nother level above what I'm doing right now. He's doing things with he's building fire pits out of bourbon barrels, and he's building bathroom sinks out of them, and it's just really amazing the things he did. And I got a lot of just I'd see things that he was doing, and I go, wow, man, I want to aspire to be that good. And I ended up running into him at the drop, and I was just him and his wife were just super super nice people. I mean, he spent so much time with me. I mean, um, talking about how he did things, and he was so open and transparent. He was letting me in on all his little secrets of how he does things. And and it was good to know that some of the ways that he did the barrels, I was already doing it. And so it just confirmed that I was on the right track. But, and then he invited me, they're doing a charity event up in Montgomery next month on the 17th of August. He's going to raffle off some of his stuff, and it's a big bourbon share, and they're going to have barbecue and everything else. And I'm definitely, I'm going to make plans to go. And then in September, I bought tickets for me and my brother to go to Kentucky Bourbon Festival, and I'm so eagerly anticipating this trip. It's just we haven't been up to Kentucky in over a year now, and this is kind of me and my brother's thing. We try to get up there at least once a year. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So anyway, as always, I appreciate y'all spending time with me and watching these videos. I know that time's the one thing I can't give anybody more of, and so when you spend your time watching one of my videos, I'm humbled and grateful. But anyway, if you've got some good bourbon and you're drinking, I hope you got somebody good you care about to enjoy it with. And until the next video, y'all have a great day.